It's in the game.
Boom! It put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Hunt will try going up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Vaughn. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think it could have gotten vertical and picked up some.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Vaughn, buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Arizona. 56 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Come off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Vaughn eluding the pressure right. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for him to slow.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive, Vaughn. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't you get away?
Looking to throw. Vaughn looking deep for
No.
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up
No.
And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true.
I do.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
An excellent play by Hargrave, who was a Pro Bowler in 2021 and was even better in 2022. Had his best year as a pass rusher with 11 sacks and was rewarded with a massive free agent contract.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vaughn. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
I do. Yeah.
All of a sudden, we've got a new ball game back to level after that interception that he threw on the previous drive. throwing to
Oh
start the
no.
drive. Vaughn forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. A huge play there for Arizona. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Vaughn, throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
Yeah,
and the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense.
I ain't gonna lie, this whole album is lit. This whole album.
Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Lord.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Yeah.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Vaughn steps away to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 20. Six yards.
Story.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. And complete to Zach Ertz. First target, first catch, and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. In motion is Dortch. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Vaughn. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You gotta have 2 hands on the football here. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. Vaughn. That is intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second.